An opening statement. One that's full of effervescence. I love my guys. Is that getting boring to say? I love my guys. The character of this team is something that is contagious to be around. Uh, that they keep working to get better every week. And everyone, and I mean everyone, is telling them they're not worth a damn. I'm very, very proud of them. And I'm a very lucky man that I get to coach them. We don't get private planes for NFL teams. We don't fly back and forth to Rhode Island. We weren't the number 12 team in the country. Everybody in the world picked us to lose. And it's our homecoming, our own homecoming. It was a very good day. Please feel free to ask me anything you wish.
Rob, wanted to ask you about the defense. They gave only 162 yards. They produced 5 sacks, 2 takeaways. Is this what you anticipated from them against Rhode Island's offense?
It's what I anticipated from them at some point. And if you were paying attention in the preseason, I said that there's going to be a chance to win games on defense here now. That, especially if we can put ourselves in a position where we're up and we're forcing the issue and making them throw. The coverage has gotten better and the pass rush has gotten a lot better. And to be honest, the 11 guys out there and the 7 more that are rolling in really love playing football together. It's a beautiful, good defensive football is a beautiful thing, something that seems to have been lost, and I'm glad we found it again.
Rob, what about the running game? How impactful was it for you guys to sort of ground this game to a halt by going to the run a lot?
Well, if you watch the first series of the game and it's nasty out and it's ugly and the ball is slippery and you watch them roll the ball back to the quarterback and drop a bunch of passes, yeah, I would say the fact having an A-plus running game in this type of situation is the only way you're going to have a chance to win. If you cannot run the football consistently in bad weather, you're not going to win the game. And we did. We found a way, and it wasn't necessarily the entire game plan. We made some stuff up along the way. We threw it well enough to keep them from packing the box enough that we could keep getting 3 and 4 yards a clip. We didn't hit any big runs. What's the long? There you go, Ed. You got all this stuff. I got a headache. What's the longest run today? I can tell you.
You guys had a 19-yard run.
Ooh, barn burner, right? But you may not hit home runs, but if you bat around 400 or 500, you're gonna keep winning ball games.
Rob, on that last touchdown drive, the decision to go for it on 4th and 2, was that risky, or did you feel like you were confident that you guys were getting it?
Well, I probably go for it on 4th down more than any 3 coaches in this league put together. So is it risky? I don't consider it risky because I believe in my guys. I do. I believe in my guys. And they've earned the right for me. They're all going, come on, coach, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. And they're not a bunch of children. They're young men who have experienced a lot of football, and they're not just talking from emotion. They're talking from ability. They're talking from teamwork. They're talking from all the time that they spent together in the summer. And I am happy to back them up. Now, is it risky? Yeah, it's risky when you don't get it. And then it's all my fault. But when they got it, and we got it, oh yeah, kids did a great job. Love it.
Rob, in the grand scheme of things, how significant is this win?
How big's your grand scheme? In the history of the school? I don't know. Having to play an undefeated ranked team for homecoming in bad weather? That's a good win. Beating a ranked team at home when everybody tells you stink, even though you're playing good football, that's pretty big. I don't know. This win will show itself in how big it is at the end of the season. But I can tell you we can't have a conversation about anything at the back end of the season unless we took care of this job. And our kids did exactly that. They just keep showing up to work every day with the idea that I'm going to get better and the guy next to me is going to get better and we're all going to get better, and that's just the goal. And good things tend to work out.
Rob, last question for me. What sort of halftime adjustments did you make? Because in the first half, it seemed like Rhode Island was getting some yards doing the RPO, but then in the second half, it seems like as a defense, you guys were locked in on that scheme.
caged him in pretty well, took away the RPO for both his run, the quarterback running, and the throws. And to be honest, when you tip, as a play caller, if you're running RPOs and you get 3 of them tipped, you stop calling them because you're afraid one of them's going to get picked. And the coverage was good enough. The pass rush was good enough. I mean, we just took their RPO game away.
Thank you, Rob.
It's good of you to figure that out, Ed. That's cool. It's really good. All right. You guys just looking at me? All right. Thanks, Ed. Anybody else want to ask? Somebody in the room want to ask me a question?
Yeah, Coach.
There we go.
The double reverse you ran in the third quarter, was that something you've been working on a long time, and why did you call it when you did?
It's something that we put in this week, and that we have been running the ball down their throat with a heavy set formation. We had also scored a couple touchdowns with a heavy set formation where the quarterback didn't take the snap. So we had proven that you need to stop that run play, thus the creation of the, what's the guy who said trickeration? Effervescent trickeration. It was very bubbly.
And what do you need to do to continue this winning streak against William and Barry?
But great question. You got to show up to work tomorrow, do the work, and get better. And then on Monday, we got to show up again and make sure that we're better Monday than we were Sunday. And keep doing it every single day until they tell us we can't do this anymore. See how good we are. It's really nice to look at this football team and know that it's an entirely different team, much more successful than the ones that lined up against Morgan State. And that's what you want to see from your teams. You want to see your kids get better throughout the season. And that's the only thing we can do to have a chance to keep winning. Oh, I know this goes on YouTube, so now I'm just making faces. If we can't have fun doing this, I mean, nobody's asking me anything. Matt, you want some?
Did you answer the question about the trick play? I just got here.
Oh, we put it in this week, and we had run a whole bunch from the heavy set. We'd scored a couple touchdowns from the heavy set with Chris being out there, with Luke going in motion. So it was a natural setup.
How about the offensive line? It seemed like they were firing all cylinders for the first time this year.
Well, let's just say they wanted this one really bad. They wanted it last week, but having an undefeated team like that in your league, the number 1 team in your conference, the 12th ranked team in the country, come to your house for homecoming, yeah, it was personal for them. They got mad at me when I threw the ball once.
Putting up 28 points in the rain, is that pretty impressive? Just consider, what the conditions were like, and you probably couldn't throw that well in the first half.
An understatement. You see their first series? Like, honestly, I'm glad they had the ball first because I was going back and forth with how well we were going to do in the rain, and they just showed me how poorly they were going to do, and I wasn't going to give our kids an opportunity to fail that early in the game. Change the way having them have the ball first actually changed the way I called the first quarter. And 28 points? I don't know. Teams in the Big 12, 58 to 59. Does it really matter? It's only ask the Steelers. It's just 1 point. The number that you only care about is the win. And that was a really, really good football team. They're really good. They're going to stay ranked. They're going to raise some hell in this league and going to have a chance to stay at the top and cause some trouble at the end of the season. I wouldn't be surprised if they're a playoff team. We did enough today to beat them. I'm going to come back to work tomorrow and see if we can get a little bit better.
Once again, when they're down 2 scores and you have Lumore and you have Okambi on the field, it seems like they're sort of your closers now.
You like that? If you can manage to get up on somebody and force them to be one-dimensional, and that one-dimensional be throwing it, yeah, we have a chance.
Barry, how important was this win for you guys?
I would say very important, just because they're sitting at the top of our conference. It's like we had a chip on our shoulder. We really wanted to prove to everybody that we got what it takes to be in this league and compete and make a playoff run. And it started with this game because they were undefeated. We were their first loss, so I'm really excited to keep it going.
Barry, when you see the defense give up only 162 yards, they produce 2 takeaways, they produce 5 sacks. How much confidence does that give the rest of the offense?
Oh, it gives us. You seen after SJ made that one hit to make their receiver drop the ball, we were very, the whole entire sideline, hey, maybe even the stadium was excited, turned up, and that just gave us the juice to go down there and punch it in. Yeah, I think I lost them there a little bit.
Do you get a sense that the guys on defense feel like they're overlooked?
No, not at all. The defense, actually, they've been holding that. If anything, they've been keeping us in the game for the, earlier this season, and now we finally can repay them by going down there and keeping them off the field for 16-play drive, maybe 10-play drive.
Barry, you get your 100-yard game. How much confidence does that give you?
Very exciting, but I got to thank my offensive line, and this is first of many.
When you guys can get a lead and then just run out the clock by going to the run game against Rhode Island, is that kind of like the formula for success that you guys want to take advantage of?
I'm not sure. I just know that once we get up, we need to keep our foot on the gas pedal and just go all in. Whether it's running the ball, passing the ball, we got to all execute our job, and that's it.
Thank you, Jared.
Mm-hmm.
Any more questions?
Yeah, Jerry, what does this win do for your team's confidence going forward?
It shoots it up really high. Since Sunday, we've been talking about Rhode Island. Well, really since Saturday, the last win, we've been talking about Rhode Island. That's how excited we were to get to work and start breaking down film and getting on seeing what we need to do to win.
Jerry, I have one more question. On that last touchdown drive, you guys went for it on 4th and 2. How much confidence did you guys have that you would get it?
Oh, I didn't know it was 4th down, but that's just go show you how gritty we are. We're no matter what, we're not gonna give up. We're gonna play to it says fourth quarter 0-0-0.
I wanted to ask you about the defense play. It's now back-to-back games where the defense has really shown through, and I'm curious, can you describe the confidence level of the defense now in these back-to-back games?
Man, it's high. We just got tired of losing for real. We know what we're capable of. We know that we was better than what we displayed. So basically, we just wanted more just show everybody that's us. That's us. That defense we just showed for the past 2 weeks, that's us. We can be that defense every week. So yeah.
In this game, you guys produced 5 sacks, 2 takeaways, only gave up 162 yards of total offense to a team that I think had entered the game ranked number 3 in the conference in scoring. What was the formula for success for you guys against Rhode Island?
Fly around. Basically just fly around. I mean, like I said before, we knew what kind of defense we was. So basically, I mean, we could scheme anything, but as long as we're running sideline, downhill, everybody playing as 11, we trust each other. I mean, I don't feel like nobody can really just beat us as a whole. So yeah, that's how I see it.
How did you figure out their schemes in terms of their RPO?
Well, coming into the game, we already knew that's what they wanted to establish, the RPO, and we already knew that's how they get most of their yards, they run yards, and they passing yards. So basically, we just try to contain the quarterback, contain the running back too. So we blitzed a lot. We didn't let them get complacent with the passes, so we kind of set the edge so he could hurry up, pull it, and hurry up, throw it, just like that.
All right. How critical was that pass rush?
Oh man, my boys did good. Them big boys did good up front, man. That was critical today. They worked hard today. They went hard.
Christian, how significant is a win like this for you guys?
Man, it's big. I mean, it's always big to knock down a ranked opponent, especially after the weeks we've been having. So I don't know. It's a blessing. We came out there, played hard today, and we finally got a win, a good win where we feel like we should have. I don't know how to explain it. It's unstable.
You're okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, it was just, it's big, man. I'm just proud of my boys, man. We out there, we worked hard. We've been working hard for a while, man. We deserved it.